Good evening. So excited to be here tonight with Pub Day with MKA. How's
Woo!
that for a rhyme tonight?
I
So
love
we're
it.
very excited. Lisa and I, my co-host Lisa Harrison and I are very excited to have Mary Kate Andrews with us tonight to talk about her upcoming novel, The Santa Suit. Mary Kate, welcome tonight. And I
Thank
want to give you a little bit of an introduction. I think most of our readers don't need much of an introduction for you, but she is our many times New York Times bestseller, USA Today bestseller, and Publishers Weekly bestseller. She got her journalism degree from the University of Georgia and had a career in newspapers before becoming um, a novelist of many accolades. So we welcome you. That's the sort of abbreviated version, but we welcome you, Mary Kay, and are so excited to hear about the Santa suit for which you are properly attired.
Well, thank
Yay!
you. It's so great to be with you guys tonight. I'm so excited.
Well,
I've been
thank you
looking
for
forward to
coming.
this all day.
Oh, me too. Me too. Especially, I'm very excited to hear about how you're feeling about your pub day coming up and your upcoming tour date. Would you like to share some with us?
Yeah, I'm nervous as a cat in a room full of rocking
Oh,
chairs. Um,
still.
oh gosh, yes. Oh, part of it is the usual pre-pub jitters. The book comes out Tuesday officially, but we have a big Atlanta launch party Sunday, and then we have one Monday in Savannah, which is what we've been doing for several years now. But there are a lot of details, and in the meantime, I'm trying to finish this summer's book. I'm right on deadline for my summer 22 book, and right now I'm kicking myself for deciding it would be a good idea to write a Christmas book.
We're so happy that you did though, because we all know summer begins with MKA, but I think now even more than ever, we need Christmas with MKA too, because we need some cheer and holiday spirit, especially this year.
I hope
So
so. I hope
I'm
so.
glad. I'm my fingers are crossed for you because I know that it's so much, but we're so thankful that you did it.
Well, I feel so grateful to have the support of the Friends in Fiction Book Club and our huge and growing Friends in Fiction community. That means a lot to all of us. And it means a lot, when you pre-order those books and when you post those reviews, for those of you who won Goodreads giveaways and all those kinds of things, those it really helps build an early buzz for a book. And so it really matters a lot. We love knowing, hearing from y'all that you loved a book, but it really helps when you post a review or you post something on your social media that you loved a book.
All right, that's right. So now we know we all go to our social media accounts. Of
Yes.
course, many of us were doing that anyway,
Oh, I know you
but
are.
definitely go to your social media and post that review when you get your awesome copy of the Santa suit.
Yeah,
Well,
and
we
also post, even if you haven't gotten it yet, you can post that it's on your want list.
Yeah.
Every single one of the big book, big box wholesalers, Costco, Barnes and Noble, Books a Million, Target, all of them have online. You can order online, but they also have ways that you can indicate that you can't wait to read a book. And shoppers look at that stuff.
Yeah.
well, that is cool to know.
And read,
Well,
Goodreads, it's very important with Goodreads. If you are
Yeah.
intending to get a book, I mean, of course, we always on Friends in Fiction, we always hope you'll order from an indie bookstore. Those are the folks that are part of our community that we want to support. But you don't have to buy a book from those big boxes. You can just go on and indicate, I want that book. I'm interested in it.
mhm,
And Goodreads especially is really important.
Yeah. Um,
wonderful.
For those watching live, if you have any questions for MKA, go ahead and leave them in the chat. I
Yes,
see
I
you
would love
guys
to
are
hear
already
questions.
you're already chatting. We have so many comments that they're excited for it to arrive on Tuesday. The Nantucket the Winter Wonderland. We had
Oh my
slept on
gosh, did you
it.
guys see those
So
pictures that
excited.
Tim posted?
Yes, that was awesome. I was like, oh, it feels like Christmas. How did you
I
feel when
know.
you saw all the
You know, that is the magic of friends in fiction. We all sort of have carved out what we're good at. And Christy Woodson Harvey has been our sort of merch chairman. And she and Meg really worked with Tim at Nantucket Bookworks. It's a great indie store on Nantucket. You know, we did the big Oxford Exchange subscription box in the spring, which worked out great. And we thought, well, maybe we'll spread the love. And so that worked out great. So, and that subscription box sold out for Nantucket Bookworks. That's sold out. But we are getting ready to offer it again on Oxford Exchange. So watch the page. But
Oh, cool.
yeah.
Nice little exclusive again.
Yay!
Yeah, we're going to
We
have,
always
Christy designed a great seasons readings tote bag.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
love a good tote. I've
Me
worn
too.
my Friends in Fiction tote out. I
So what can I tell you about the book? Enough about this talk about
Yes.
selling. Let's talk about book. What do you want to know?
Well, I do have a question from the chat. Penny would like to know, what was your inspiration for the Santa suit?
You know, I swore, I just lost my AirPod. I swore I wasn't going to write. We got together. We did a Friends in Fiction retreat at Ebb Tide, my beach house on Tybee, last November. And I swore, we talked about, oh, we should do Christmas books, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I'm not doing a Christmas book, not doing it. And then I was driving, I don't know if I was driving home to Tybee, but I called Patty Callahan, and I said, I know I said I wasn't going to do this, but I have an idea for a Christmas book. And we talked about it on the phone. I said, I'm envisioning, my character's name is Ivy Perkins. She's just come through kind of a bruising divorce. She's living in Atlanta. She owns a marketing business with her now ex, who has cheated on her.
Oh.
And she sells her share of the business to him. And she decides she is ready for a whole new life. So she decides, she goes online. She has this crazy idea. She's always wanted to live in an old white farmhouse in the mountains. So she finds this house online. It's an old white farmhouse called Four Roses Farm, and she buys it sight unseen.
Nothing bad's gonna happen.
Well, because it's a Christmas book, you know, the idea, I wanted to write a book that would give readers hope. You know, last fall, I turned in The Newcomer, my summer book. I turned it in early. Yeah.
She's got it there.
Yeah.
Little plug for the newcomer.
Yeah. I handed it in
Can't reach.
early. And then instead of starting, I should have started work on my book for summer 2022, but I had this idea for a book I knew would be called The Santa Suit. And I didn't tell my agent or my publisher, which is not how you do things normally. I told Patty and I told the other girls, I said, you know, I've got this idea. And we were doing these 7 a.m. writing sprints. So every morning, I'm the sheriff. I was texting everybody, who's writing, get busy. How many words are you going to write? I wanted to write. I wanted to write a book that would give some light in that dark time. You know, at that time, we didn't know if the world was going to open up. We didn't know if we would have a vaccine. You know, people were working from home, and it was, you know, we didn't know if we were going to have Christmas. And I thought, I am going to write a story, and it's going to be a heartwarming story. It'll be funny. It's set in a small town in the mountains of North Carolina, Four Roses Farm, that Ivy buys. She pulls up the week before Christmas, and she's got her dog with her. Her dog's name is Pumpkin. So Pumpkin Perkins is her dog.
I love it.
I love that.
And you all, if you've read my books, you know I love vintage stuff, especially Christmas vintage. And so she's in this house. She is not a person who likes old stuff. She's got a moving truck with her own belongings coming. And she's met in the driveway by her real estate agent's name is Ezra. And she thinks Ezra is an old man, in a bow tie and a sweater vest. And it turns out Ezra is the hot real estate agent.
All right.
He's hot. The real estate agent is hot. He's cute.
I love a hot real estate.
Oh, who doesn't? Who doesn't? The welcome wagon pays off sometimes. So I'm very surprised when Ezra is not an old man in a sweater vest. And when she gets into the house, it's kind of beat up. It doesn't look, it doesn't look like the pictures looked on the listing. And to her surprise, the previous owners, she's bought it from an estate. They basically left everything. So now she's walking around saying, well, what am I going to do with all this old crap? And he says, I'll bring a truck. You can donate it to charity. She goes into the bedroom and there's even old clothes in the closet. And she starts, throwing the clothes out because she wants to hang up her own clothes. And the closets aren't big in old farmhouses, I'm here to tell you. And she sees on the top shelf of this closet, this box that's wrapped, a Christmas wrapping box. And she takes it down and she lifts the lid, and it's this beautifully made vintage red velvet Santa suit. And Ezra tells her that the previous owners of Four Roses Farm, they were the Christmas couple in this mountain community. The husband, Bob Rose, was Santa for 40 years, and she was Mrs. Santa. Betty Ray was Mrs. Santa, and they played Santa every year for the nursing home and the children's home and the department store. And they decorated the house every year, and people came from miles around to see the house. And she's like, well, what am I going to do with this old Santa suit? So she throws it on the bed. That night when she's getting ready to go to bed, she's going to pack it back in the box. He says, well, I'll contact the son-in-law and see if they want it. And she's packing it up in the box, and she feels a piece of paper crinkling in the pocket. And it's a note from a little girl named Carlette. It's in childish handwriting, and it says, Dear Santa, my mommy is sad all the time. All I want for Christmas is for you to bring my daddy home from the war.
Oh.
And sign, your friend Carlette. And so Ivy is very curious, and she decides to find out. She can't stand not knowing if Carlette's daddy ever came home, who Carlette was, why Santa kept this note in the pocket of his jacket for all these years. And that kind of spins her off into a kind of quest that she had not expected to be on, because she doesn't want anything to do with Christmas this year. She tells Ezra, I'm not having lights. I don't need a tree. It's me and my dog. We're just going to hunker down and get through it. That's what she.
No,
sounds so good. I know. I can't wait. I was like, I want to read my holiday. I was like, now I want to read it now. I usually don't do Christmas before Halloween, but I think I'll have to make an exception.
Well, you could make yourself wait.
I don't know if I
can. Now and again at Christmas. Hey.
Hey, my Christmas tree is up. So, I mean.
Really?
Once COVID hit, I was like, it makes me happy. I put it up in March of last year, and it has not come down.
Before I'd have judged you, but now after everything that's happened in the past year.
Yeah. I would have judged me too. I was never that person before. And now I'm like, it's North Pole and Halloween town.
Well, if you saw the pictures I posted from my Good Day Atlanta shoot.
Yes.
The other day, I mean, I've got a 6-foot plywood Santa leaning against my fireplace, and I've also got, lit garland.
You looked fabulous. I set my DVR. For those watching, I did post a photo on the book club page.
I saw
So
it. It
you
looked
can
really
see it.
cute.
Yeah.
That reminds me,
Yeah.
I need to post. I need to post the link so people want to, they can watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah.
That sounds great. Well, let's take a minute while we're doing our festivities for the Santa suit for our
Yes.
readers. We're going to do a little fun game with Mary Kay. It's a Christmas Mad Lib. So Lisa is going to ask the first few words.
It's called Santa Blog. So it's going to be, we'll see how this turns out. Let me have an adjective. Oh,
Adjective.
I promise I haven't been drinking. An adjective.
From me?
Yes.
Oh, an adjective for Santa's
Blog.
Oh, fluffy.
Okay. Let me have one more.
Jolly.
And a noun.
Kringle.
Okay. And I am going to put, for those watching, if you would give me a few adjectives in the chat, I'll pull some from there. And what was your noun, Mary Kay?
Kringle. Kringle.
Okay.
I guess I could say Kris Kringle, but
we'll come back and ask a few more throughout the night, and then we'll read it at the end.
what other questions we have? I can't see the chat. You guys can, but I can't.
Well, that's okay. What do we have, Lisa?
Brenda? Maria would like to share her review that she posted on Goodreads yesterday, which was 5 stars, and I wanted
Thank
to
you,
share.
Maria.
She says, "What a wonderful read. I loved all the well-written, beautiful characters. I would live there. It was a book that I couldn't put down. I read it in one sitting, and as I read, I could hear Mary Kay's voice reading the words to me. I loved it. She is very funny, like naming the tree farm, Freeman's Fraser Fur Farm. Try saying that 5 times fast," she said. "The ending is perfect. Now it's time to make me one happy waitress. And I think I'll ask Santa to bring me some of those dark chocolate sweets. You're going to love it. Enjoy this book." 5 stars.
Oh,
That's so nice. Well, I'll tell you a secret about the happy waitress.
Yes, please.
In the book. Now, Brenda and Lisa, have you already read it?
I haven't read it yet.
have not yet.
Okay. So in the book, Ivy, it's a late night and Ezra is there. I don't want to give you too many other details, but she fixes him a diner specialty called the Happy Waitress. And she tells him that her friend Meg, who is a Jersey girl, told her about the Happy Waitress. And Meg Walker, who you all may know, is our managing director of Friends in Fiction. She is the guiding light, and she is a Jersey girl. Years ago, we were in New York together after a big Romance Writers of America conference, and we went to a midnight Harlequin romance. Used to throw these great midnight black and white balls. And it would be like 500 women and maybe 40 men, all dressed in black or white, dancing in the ballroom at the Waldorf Astoria. And they always brought in this fabulous DJ, and it was so much fun.
Oh.
And danced your feet off, and they had a dessert buffet, a chocolate dessert buffet, and wine at midnight. So I don't even know what time we left there. We were walking back to our hotel, and I said, all I did tonight was drink and eat chocolate. I need some food. She goes, we're going to go to a diner and get the Happy Waitress. So that was kind of a little homage to Meg Walker.
Oh, that's so cool. A nod to Meg,
so cool.
right in there.
I love it.
That's so funny. Well, we do have some cookie recipes to share tonight too, and time is flying by. So hopefully we'll get to all of those, but certainly we'll get to Mary Kay's. Do you have any more Mad Libs before we go to the cookies?
2 plural nouns. from Mary Kay.
Elves.
Okay.
And what's another plural noun? Children.
All right. You give me a plural noun, Brenda.
Books.
Books. Okay.
I said that was such authority.
You did say it with authority.
You were strong in that answer.
I have a feeling it will not help me any, but.
And for those watching, can you put a noun in the chat?
And
We'll pull some of
meanwhile,
those.
I am going to attempt to display Mary Kay's cookie recipe that she wanted to share with y'all tonight. And let me know if you see it. It looks fabulous.
Yum.
Tell us about your recipe. Oh,
I
go ahead,
recognize
Lisa.
that. I recognize that photo from the
Yeah.
Beach House Cookbook.
That was my late mother-in-law's specialty. We called them Dot's Congo Bongo bars. They are oatmeal and brown sugar with a chocolate chip layer. And they're delicious. They're hearty. They're my son's favorite. You can make them. I mean, it makes a big batch. And you cut them in squares. And like my mother-in-law used to send them to me before she was my mother-in-law, when she was just my boyfriend's mom, when I was in college. She would send me a shoebox full of Congo Bongo bars. So that is a sentimental family favorite. And they're great. You can freeze them, you can ship them.
I'm going to just display for a minute
They look delicious.
your page from your cookbook with Dot's Congo Bongo bar. What a great name.
You can find it. If you weren't aware, Mary Kay has a delicious cookbook, the Beach House Cookbook. And it's in that cookbook on page 137, I think.
Should I will you guys post the recipe on the Friends and Fiction book Club page, or should I do that? Or
sure, we'll be happy to do it.
Okay, great.
Tomorrow.
We're going to post our own. Good. And Lisa, would you like to share your favorite Christmas cookie?
Well, I think
I have a feeling I'm going to like it.
Yeah, I think this is going to be my new favorite because I couldn't pass it up. I love raspberry, and when I came across this, they're called PB&J Pinwheels. And they are so cute. Can you see it?
Oh my gosh, those do look good.
And they are, it has like raspberry dough and a combo of peanut butter dough. And they make beautiful Christmas cookies. So I'll try these. Maybe I'll try them for our Friendsgiving. And I'll post this recipe tomorrow.
Yes, absolutely.
I was like, I have to do those. And my second favorite are the peanut butter Hershey Kiss ones.
Oh, my mother-in-law always made those too.
Love
you
those.
Just cannot go wrong with peanut butter and chocolate. Even though we're peanut butter and jelly, I get it.
We like chocolate too.
But peanut butter, so good. Well, I'm going to just real quickly share just a photo of the kind of my favorite Christmas cookie. It's the snowballs. Yeah, and they're actually not terribly complicated to make, which is an advantage, but oh my gosh, they are just so good. They melt in your mouth. It's a shortbread kind of cookie, and then it's all covered in powdered sugar. And so that is my cookie I wanted to share for tonight because I ate probably about 2 batches of them last Christmas.
Are those made with like almonds?
Well, I use pecans, but you can use almonds or you can use walnuts.
And are they made with, I've got a recipe. I think you use like crushed up vanilla wafers or something. Is that this?
I imagine you could. I have a little recipe here. Here we go. I can throw it up on the screen. This is all that's in the recipe I use.
Oh yeah, super simple.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really, but you could
Thank you.
use any kind like almond, walnut, anything
Yeah.
like that. So it's really a simple recipe. You just have to refrigerate the dough
Yeah.
for a few hours, but it is very addictive. So that's my choice, and we'll put them all on the book club page in celebration of Mary Kay's upcoming pub day.
I love that idea.
Well,
Where are we on the Mad Libs, Lisa?
we do have a few more, and then I'll ask Mary Kay a question from the chat while I
Oh,
finish
good.
writing it in. So we need 2 verbs.
Sexy. Wait, that's not a verb. That's an adjective, a verb. Jingled
Jingled. Okay.
and trotted.
Ooh. And Brenda, if you could give me an adverb.
Oh, Lordy, you gave me the adverb.
I don't even know what an adverb is anymore.
I
Okay.
know, I'm like flipping back.
Without?
Like, is there a key on this thing? An
Is without an adverb?
tells how something is done, like modestly, stupidly.
Oh,
greedily,
gotcha. Okay.
Greedily. I say
Cautiously.
What? Cautiously?
Cautiously.
Okay.
I got the adverb.
Okay.
Better you than me.
Ah,
Right. So one of our questions from the chat regarding the Santa suit was one thing I want to say is you guys have the best character names.
doesn't she? I love them.
Yes, I love all your character names.
Thank you.
Like Letty Spaghetti, the nicknames from the newcomer, I will always remember that. How did you come up with the names for the Santa suit? Were they inspired by anyone that you knew, or?
Well, I'm kind of embarrassed to tell you that Ivy is named after our grand dog Ivy.
Oh,
If you follow my social media, you've seen pictures of our beautiful English setter. She likes to pose like she's a member of the aristocracy.
I did
Um,
not make that connection, but it's
Yes.
perfect for Christmas.
Yes,
yeah.
and our
Ollie and
other
Ivy.
dogs, our other dogs have all either been named for characters in my books or had a character name for them. So, our first dog, Wyatt, I named a character in Ladies' Night.
Yes.
The love interest in Ladies' Night, his name was Wyatt, and he was named for our dog Wyatt. And then Wheezy, our old girl Wheezy, who's 15 years old and very cranky, I named her Wheezy after the Wheezy in the Savannah books. And then our puppy, who is now 3 or almost 4 years old, is Riley. And Riley is named after the protagonist of it's either Beach Town or she might be named for the protagonist in The Weekenders.
Oh, that's awesome.
So,
love
and
it.
Ezra, I was trying to think about, kind of a crotchety old man's name.
Perfect.
That's how Ezra got named.
It really sounds like Ezra would have the bow tie and the sweater vest.
Yeah.
So
I
you
love that
nailed-
name though. I
So
love
you
the
nailed
name.
that
That's
one.
good too. And it's a band, right? Better Than Ezra. Isn't that a band?
Yeah. And then I always think of Ezra Miller, the actor from like the Harry Potter. Wait, not Harry Potter movie. Like, no, he was in Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Which I've
And
never
then
seen.
I think he might have been in the other J.K. Rowling series, Crimes of Grindelwald. Maybe, I don't know. I could be wrong. Sorry, guys. Okay, my brain's not working tonight. Okay, so we have this wonderful Mad Libs called the Santa Blog. And it goes, ho, 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 fluffy blog fans. Santa here. It's crunch time at my jolly workshop, and everyone is as busy as a Kringle. I've received tons of quirky letters from girls and boys around the Nantucket, and the elves have been working around the mug to make all of their elves. Plus, I finally finished putting together the list of naughty children, which I'm cautiously happy to say is much shorter than last year's. As I look at the candy, I can see the reindeer are groomed and look really snarky, and my sleigh is polished and ready to be jingled. I will be able to trot it through the crusty night sky as soon as Mrs. Claus finishes letting out my snowy red suit. I'm sorry to say I ate a few too many books this past year. See you soon. Your snow globe Santa.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh,
So festive.
Yeah, very cute.
oh, that's fun. Plus, there was audience participation. I love it.
There's so many adjectives and adverbs and verbs in the chat. People watch later, they're gonna be like, what is that?
We
I
love
know when
we love
they
the
replay it.
audience participation.
Oh, well, I tell
Well,
you what. Go
I
ahead,
do
Lisa.
want to ask you one question that I know most of our readers should know, but if they have not ordered the Santa suit yet and they didn't get the Winter Wonderland box, where can they get a signed copy? Because it is still available for pre-order, even though it's out on Tuesday.
Yeah, there's several stores that have it pre-signed. Nantucket Booksworks has some extra signed ones. Foxtail Books in Woodstock, Georgia will have signed copies. Eagle Eye Books in Decatur, the closest bookstore to me, they will have signed copies. The bookstore in Richmond, Virginia, Fountain Books, owned by our fabulous friend Kelly Justice, has signed books. Two bookstores in Delaware, Bethany Beach Books and Browse About Books, they have signed copies.
Wow.
And so, yeah, there should be plenty of places.
All right, that sounds
Yeah.
fabulous. I'm so looking forward to reading my copy.
I know, me too.
It just got us into the spirit too tonight. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. I can't believe our
I'm so
time's
happy to be
already.
here. Happy to be asked.
I
We
can't believe our
love
time's
chatting with
already
you.
over. I
I
know
know it's gone by so fast.
it
Make
has.
sure that you guys pre-order and order now, even though don't wait until Christmas time to order this book, because maybe Mary Kay can touch on this. There's a shortage of books, I think, or maybe the supplies to make books. So if you want to buy these as Christmas gifts, it's still important to buy them now, sooner rather than later.
Yeah, there are big supply chain disruptions. So my book, thank heavens, has been printed. There are books that are fall books that, authors don't know if they're going to get printed. My publisher assures me are printed, but there are trucking disruptions. There are port disruptions. If you go to Savannah or Charleston, you look out on the water, you can see ships waiting to dock and unload.
Mhm.
And I think the mail system is still kind of backed up. So especially if you want books for Christmas gifts, no matter which book it is, Patty Callahan's book, Once Upon a Wardrobe, will be out in October, and then Christie's book will be out in October, Christmas at Peachtree Bluff. So yes, so order, yes, please pre-order, and then you'll have it, and you can gift wrap it, and you can check that off your list.
And you'll have it.
Yeah.
And you'll have it for our book club discussion on December 6th.
Yeah.
That's right. And thank you, Lisa.
Have it. Yeah, you will have it for the now famous Friends in Fiction Office Christmas party.
Yay!
Which we can't wait for again.
I know. So we've got all kinds of we got all kinds of stuff up our sleeves again.
Oh, that's so fun.
So get your ugly Christmas sweaters.
Yes.
I love it. Can't wait. Well,
Well,
Mary Kay,
thanks for
thanks.
joining us and have a
Yeah.
wonderful time on Sunday at JCT Kitchen.
Thank
can't
you. I
wait.
hope to see lots of friends and
Yes.
fiction people there. And if you are one of our peeps, make sure I'm going to try if I get time to get some name badges that identify you. So you can all introduce yourselves to each other. Say, oh yeah, that's so-and-so. I know them from Friends in Fiction.
That would be a
Yeah.
helpful idea. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I hope
Love
we're going to
it.
get that
That's awesome.
done. I got a long to-do list.
We'll start
Thank you,
checking those
ladies.
off.
I will see what I can do. I got to pack.
Oh yes, you've got
Yeah.
you've got a whirlwind tour coming up.
I
So
do.
we wish you
Yeah.
the very best for your publication
Thank you,
weekend.
ladies, so
So
much.
much.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Happy Pub Day.
Thanks.
Happy Pub Day. Bye-bye.
Bye.